Hey guys, I guess it's time for an update for the Calathea and Ctenanthe blah 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 waterculture journey. I always like to say, I don't only share the successes, I like to share the mistakes, the failures, whatever you want to call it. So today is no different. As I go through these, I will explain what I'm talking about. But for the most part, as long as I did my part, the plants are fine. Here's one. I can never remember the name of all these, but I think I just topped this one up. The roots are healthy and happy. New leaves coming out all the time. This is the newest, I believe. Really pretty plant. And it's probably time to fertilize as well. All right. Okay, this one has thinned out only because I chopped and sold one of these beautiful plants. Or actually, no, I think, yeah, one was sold and then I chopped and gave another one away as a gift. So it's looking kind of empty, but still doing all right. You know, doing just fine. The roots are good. I gotta flush this out though. I'm just not liking the color of the water. It's like a little bit yellowish. So I wanna make sure that it stays clean. And then probably the next time I water, I'll give it some feed, just in case it's compromised in some way. But yeah, this definitely I want to flush. Okay, this one here is the Makoyana. This one used to be a lot bushier, but same thing, gave some gifts and one of them sold. I feel like I got bugs on this or something. I feel a lot of honeydew. So I'm gonna have to treat this with some soap. Something sticky on the back of these leaves, which I'm not liking. And I can't see anything. I can't see any buggies, but I will treat it anyway because this is not normal. Yeah, interesting. I'm actually glad I'm doing this video because I'm inspecting these a lot closer. I definitely want to clean off these leaves, put a little bit of soap on it, and see what is causing this sap. Because this hasn't happened to me yet with my Calathea. And I don't want it to spread. So we will see. This one's going to be quarantined, so let me remove it from the group. Ta-da! All right, so next up we have this Ctenanthe. And doing fine. It needs some water, as you can see. It's getting kind of low, but still doing all right. It's time to feed. I'm getting slightly yellow leaves. It's not fully nourished, so I'm going to give this one a little blast of some food as well. But while I'm here, I have some fresh water here. Let me just fill this up. There we go. And that is that one. Okay, now here is one of the sad stories. This is one of my favorite beautiful Calatheas. And I don't even know what happened, but I let it dry out. I let it dry out, guys. I failed. I got an F. I let this dry all the way out and the roots were completely dry. You can see most of them are all black, not a lot of new root growth. Healthy looking roots. But I caught it in time. I did have some leaf damage though. This one's okay. This was the new leaf that was unfurling. Still hasn't even gotten its color yet, and you can see it got all crispy. That's how quickly Calathea will say, no, not liking this. So yeah, don't let your plants dry out, whatever you do. If anything, fill a little bit over the bottom of the plant, the base of the plant. I would even do that than letting it dry out because I was so sad when I saw this. I'm like, oh my God, this is one of my favorites. This one got a little dry here too. This one is okay. Has one little spot here, but I don't know if that's from something different. But this leaf otherwise is fine. And this leaf is fine too. And now, since I took care of that, it has a new leaf growing. And it looks like the start of it was during the time when it was dried. So the very, very, very tip is dry, but the rest of the leaf is looking okay. I'm not gonna cut this. I'm gonna let this grow because it's going to obviously photosynthesize and bring some nutrients to the plant. But I'm definitely going to keep an eye on this and never let it dry out again. That was so upsetting. So there are some things that can happen in water culture, aka forgetting to keep water in the reservoir. That's probably like the biggest challenge. But yeah, the plant didn't die. It just is a little bit set back, but you know, it'll bounce back soon enough. I just feel so horrible that I put it through that. Anyway, here's my, I believe this is my Freddy. Doing fine. Everything is okay here. I just topped this one off. It's got really healthy roots at the bottom. You can see them very light in color. Beautiful, beautiful, healthy roots. So this guy's doing just fine. You've seen him before, and you'll see him again. And the stars of water culture, I keep saying it, are the Ctenanthe Marxii. These guys love it. They love being in water so much that within the same week that you transfer them, they're shooting out new leaves. This one's been in here obviously for a while, but I still have new leaves coming. The roots are just beautiful. I'm going to top this off just a little bit. Even though all the roots are covered, this is such a shallow cup that I'm going to give it just a little bit more water. And the other Marxii, you guys have seen this a million times, but look at how lush and beautiful this plant is. Look at this. They love the water culture. All those roots are so healthy. Look at how light they are. They're all very feathery, very healthy. The only time I get any root dieback is up here. Let's see if I can show you. Because it gets dry more often. So those roots at the top tend to die off a little bit. But everything else is in great shape. Look at that. They're doing just fine. So if you want to have a plant that has Calathea markings in the same family, beautiful purple undersides, the easiest for me to transfer and to grow long-term in water culture is Ctenanthe, and specifically the Ctenanthe Marxii. I just love this plant. Look at this. I'm going to get back a little bit so you can see. Look at this plant. It is just phenomenally beautiful. I love it, love it, love it. And every one that I've transferred into water has done exactly the same. They just love it. And they've been in water for months now. Love it, love it, love it. So that is all for this edition of How's My Calathea Doing in Water Culture? And remember, I'll say it again and again and again, don't let them dry up. All they have is the water. There's no medium there to hold on to any moisture at all. So if you let the roots dry up completely, that's the beginning of it could be the beginning of the end. As you can see for this leaf, at least, it's the beginning of the end. But I got it back. It's just not as beautiful as it was. But anyway, that's today's lesson. Otherwise, everything else is doing good. If you have any questions on Calathea, Ctenanthe, etc. in water culture, leave a comment and we'll talk about it, because it's the only way I can grow these guys. And again, if you want a recommendation, a reco of a plant, an easy plant in this family to grow in water culture, even in soil, they're relatively easy, but obviously water culture, they just go nuts. If you want a recommendation, I give you Ctenanthe Marxii. Definitely a favorite of mine. It's got the cool Calathea markings as well as the purple backsides, and it grows nice and bushy. It doesn't get too huge, and it gets full, and it's very, very happy all the time. They're just very, very happy plants in water culture. So that's it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell if you want to be notified, and I will see you in the next video. Say goodbye, Ctenanthe.